Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back as I sink to the bottom of the ocean.
You ain't gonna find zombies on the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, zombie. Come here, zombie.
I stand corrected.
You zombie at the bottom of the ocean. Follow me.
Trying to put everything in this sorting system. I gotta wait for stuff to like clear through, and it's taking forever.
Do zombies not swim anymore?
No.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, they sink.
I'm never gonna be able to get them out to where I'm at. Swim, fucker.
You can't.
I hit him over there.
What update do you think was the best?
I can't even get him to fly, like go up at all. Like even hitting him, he doesn't go up.
Yeah, they only sink. They're made out of lead now, basically.
Jesus. So I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna get the zombie then.
You can put him in a boat.
But that means I gotta find one.
Where are you at?
Him. Just over. Jesus Christ! I wonder if these evil zombies, like the ocean zombies, will work. I'm over here. I don't know if you can see me.
I'm looking.
I'm at a little edge off the island.
Oh, on our island?
Yeah, like off of our island. I'm throwing a trident at you. I don't know if you can see it.
You see me flying around?
I saw you fly by, and then you went away. Here, I launched a firework. Smoke screen. Smoke screen.
God, I cannot see this firework.
Look toward.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, I was gonna say the opposite direction of the mainland. So I need to get a zombie into there.
Okay.
But I just need to get. I didn't realize that zombies now sank. So.
But you can totally use a boat for sure. But
now I gotta go find another zombie and put him in a boat. Whereas I took one in the water and was like, "Why aren't you following me?"
Right.
Oh, I got a boat. And boat. I mean, they have to like walk.
Honestly, if we got just a little bit further away from that island, you'd probably see them start spawning.
Well, yeah, some skeletons and a creeper spawn there. So I guess they probably will just spawn there at some point. Come on, zombie. Remember when they tried to make boats so you had to actually like row with them?
Yeah.
I'm just scanning the edge of this place for Zombie Man.
Zombie Man.
Zombie Man.
Oh, there's a dolphin.
Yeah, there's been a handful of those guys around.
I was trying to get like the perfect distance away to start spawning stuff over there.
I hate when my camera thing goes off and tells me somebody's at my front door, and then the app doesn't load that fast, and you're like, "Come on, why is somebody stealing my shit right now?" I'm not seeing more stuff just spawning on the edge of these cliffs.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here thinking. Like, why is there nothing?
Oh, of course there's things spawning. A creeper and a skeleton.
How old is Jack now? When's he start school?
It's 3. He starts school next year.
Okay.
It's
so not like in a few
3.
months. Or is it in a few months?
Yeah, in July. Like September or August or whenever they start around here.
Really? At 4?
At 3. He starts pre-K3 is what they call it.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah. And we had to go into like the big, DC lottery, and we got choice 11 out of 12.
What does that mean?
I mean, you have to put in for the lottery, and you get whatever gets chosen in the lottery for.
What do you mean? The lottery for what?
The school. You don't just go to like.
You don't have like a district, but it's too many people, right?
It's what?
Too many people to have like just a school district.
Yeah. There's like so many people apparently around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why is there no zombie?
So what the fuck? So he goes to pre-K3, you said.
Pre-K3, yes.
And then what?
Pre-K4, I think.
And then K?
I think so.
That's crazy. I wonder what they teach him in pre-K3.
But the school that we got into is a bilingual Montessori school.
Wow.
A lot of Montessori schools around DC. And my wife apparently was a Montessori kid. And I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Is it mandated though? Like, is it required to be enrolled in school at the age of 3 in DC?
I don't think so.
Okay, so when do you think was the kindergarten the first actual grade where you have to be in school?
I actually don't know. I never really looked up when the requirement is that you get there.
Well, the reason why I brought it up is I wonder what they're going to do. Because I feel like with my daughter, it's been okay. Like, the homeschooling situation has been okay. She talks to her teacher twice a week. The curriculum is easy for me to teach her because it's nothing that's super complicated that, I've forgotten how to do or anything like that. But I imagine there's, like, this bell curve of, like, kindergarten is probably a nightmare for these teachers because, like, they were just getting to know the kids and stuff. I mean, I guess it wasn't the first week of school or anything, but they were still getting to know the kids, and there's only so much you can teach a kid remotely in kindergarten,
Right?
And so I'm
You
wondering
teach them how to use technology.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, here's our first lesson, kindergartner kids. This is Zoom. So I wonder what it's going to be like for Jack, though, especially like he's even younger than the age I was thinking. It's probably super difficult for.
I made some little holes in there, and I'm hoping.
Yeah, I figured just what you had done. That flew away. I don't know. Have you guys talked about that at all? Like what to expect?
No, but I guess Montessori itself is I can't say it's like the opposite of structured, but I think it's very structured in the way that the program is designed on what they do and have access to play with. I guess Montessori is all about kids making their own decisions on what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite get it, but I think it's pretty regimented in that there is the 3-year-olds up to 6-year-olds are in the same classroom in Montessori.
Really?
So, yeah, I really don't know about it.
Fair enough.
Simple as that. But yeah, I mean, like a regular, if we didn't get into Montessori and it was just a normal DC public school, yeah, I do kind of wonder what that would have.
I mean, I'm assuming that I don't think school's going to start back on time this year. Personally,
You don't think so?
I don't. Do you think it will?
I mean, yeah, your state's already opening back up, man.
So maybe my state will. I think smart. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I think is going to happen.
Smart states.
Yeah,
is that what you're gonna say?
It is what I was going to say. Here's what I think is going to happen in my state and others that have opened prematurely. Is we're going to see that wave too, and we're going to have to shut back down. And it may be a stricter shutdown the second time. Because I don't see how you can open up now, period. Like that I don't understand the logic behind that at all. I can't fathom.
Well, I do understand the logic, and it's because like there's a balance between yes, people are going to die, and that sounds terrible from a perspective of anybody with like a heart. But at the same time, you do have to realize that what if somebody told you that like YouTube shuts down, Twitch shuts down, Patreon shuts down, and then they said, okay, by the way, you're not allowed to go get a job.
No, I understand that.
How long can you last
right
with that? So like so there's that aspect of it too that I get, but it's so hard because you're basically judging, life against living. I guess this is how you put. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. It is. I understand that aspect. I'm not saying I don't. My problem is this is unprecedented, and there needs to be an unprecedented solution. Just saying, well, guess we got to go back to work doesn't seem like the right.
Right? No, I absolutely agree with you on that. It's just it's such a weird, complex issue.
Right. And I guess to some degree, if you went super socialist with it and started just giving everyone a universal basic income and that sort of thing, when does
the
it
government
end?
runs out of money.
Well, yeah, and when does it end too? Like, because real idea, logically, this is going to go on until sometime in the middle of 2021 once we've established a vaccine, right?
Yeah, wait, are you saying that we're gonna have a wave 2? I've heard nothing about it.
You're salty tonight, I've noticed. Like,
I was tired.
I can tell. I can tell. You're not your normal self. I just was reading about the Montessori schools, and it's not just 0 through. They mix kids in groups.
Well, I thought it was 3 to 6 was the first group, and then it was like the seven to I don't know if it's 7 to 9 or 7 to 10 or yeah, but they mix groups of kids because I think part of the teaching process of Montessori is you learn as a 3-year-old and then you start teaching others as a 4-year-old,
Right.
5-year-old, and like you're the master, as the 6-year-old or whatever of that little those things. So
like the first
getting
group
along with
is
different people.
is normally 3 to 6, like you said, but it says there's also 0 to 3, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 15, and 15 to 18. So it's not even after the 3 to 6 is done, then there's other sets basically that are mixed.
0 to 3. I didn't actually know they did Montessori.
That's what this Wikipedia says. I mean, I
Daycare.
don't know anything about this before than what I'm reading right now.
That's interesting. I know they do say because there's Montessori schools and so it's all part of the DC public school system, and there's a bunch of DC Montessori public schools. It's really weird to say, but they really do say that if you can start in a Montessori and then continue on in them, but if you don't start in a Montessori, it's really hard to acclimate. Like if you went to pre-K 4 or whatever and started Montessori versus starting in Montessori right away.
I wonder why that is. I guess the method of teaching.
I think it's just completely different teaching methods.
Mm-hmm. So that basically means that Jack will need to stay. Well, and I guess he's a
no, because you can switch the other way
way
they say without a big problem.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting.
Man, I thought that zombies would spawn in these little boxes since they're not don't have very many other places to spawn.
I always have bad luck with shit like that. Just like whenever you're trying to get ender pearls and getting endermen to spawn in a dark area. Just beat the shit out of myself.
I just watched you fly right on it.
What was that sound?
That's the villagers. That's what I said in the last video. I was like, what the hell is that? It's the sound that they make, apparently.
That's weird. Like they open a drawer or something? Is that what you mean?
Well, the barrel's in there, so they might be constantly looking in the barrel.
Yeah, I guess they are. Weird.
Wish I could make these stupid zombies spawn.
So is that everything then? The 3 villagers and a zombie, and then that's the whole thing?
Yeah, in theory it should work, and then according to the video, then I just gotta dig a trench for the golems to fall into to get killed.
That's a lot simpler than it used to be.
Yeah, there's not the whole doors in the sky, and you have to have 35 plus villagers or whatever it was.
Basically the mess we set up last season. Well, we never actually made an iron farm, but we had all the things that could have made us an iron farm.
Yeah, I forgot that we did that last season too. So that must have been a relatively recent change.
Right. Well, they just redid villages for this update, right? So this is the thing. This is probably this update.
We're sick of people exploiting. Oh, of course, is that a skeleton in here? Fuck you, skeleton. Well, at least I know they spawn. But just the wrong thing spawned.
We had Bash on the podcast today. And do you have any good Bash stories?
Why?
Well, it was funny because he basically got on and was like, "All right, now time to defend yourself." Because it seems like every podcast we talk about Bash and we'll tell like the story of Bash in the closet in Chicago. Were you there for that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Just different Bash things.
Badge things. I mean, I do know you roomed us together one year for the the marathon, and I remember it was the year that there was all the wildfires in California,
Oh God,
and it
right?
was the first hotel that we were at where we still had two people, because I think that after that we only had one person per room in there,
Maybe.
right? But that one, we got there, and I don't remember what it was, but I was super tired, and everybody gets dropped off, and a lot of people were going to go out, like, you were going to meet up and go, like, shopping or go get something to eat and, go to the bar or whatever. And I'm like, okay, sweet. Like, I was going to chill in the room. I got some work to do, and I'm going to take a nap because I'm tired. And it was the weirdest thing, because usually Badge would be all about, like, going out and hanging out with other people. But for some reason, he just didn't want to leave the room.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm just gonna just hang out here. And he like turned the TV on and like sat there. And I remember him taking out, like, out of his suitcase, I guess he had brought it with him, like a bag of chips. And he just sat there on the bed, like eating a bag of chips, like laying there with it just on his chest, like reaching in and like eating the chips. And the whole time I was like, all I want to do is take a nap right now. And I cannot, because Badge for some reason just will not leave the room.
Oh God! It was someone was on the podcast recently whenever we were telling a Bash story, and it was very similar to that. It was like maybe it was Brian. It was someone that when basically they came back to the room and they just wanted to get some sleep because they knew they were going to have to be back at the marathon, whatever, however many hours from now, and like this, I can't remember again who it was that was telling the story, but basically they're used to normally like being somewhere quiet and going to sleep, and Baz just like watching a YouTube video on his phone. He's got the TV on. He's got his laptop on the bed too. He's got a bag of chips.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting one. But I couldn't tell him to leave. It was like his room too.
Right.
Like get out. Like I want to take a nap. This is not what I
don't think I've ever. So I slept in the same room as Baj in London one time, but I don't even know why we were there. That was Paul's was there too. I guess that was the meetup we did after Minecon Paris. Maybe we stayed in a little shitty London hotel. But yeah, no, I didn't have any. I was drunk, so I don't know what was going on with Baj. I don't have any good Baj stories from that. You got brought up today on the podcast, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, look, there's a guy.
There it is. Go down, buddy. And you should be able to walk through the pressure plates and get him stuck inside. Oh wait, he didn't do it.
This guy.
Come on, man. There we go. Oh no! Ah! He didn't stay.
Okay.
You gotta get out. There we go.
Celebrate with the firework.
And now let's so he doesn't.
You have to give him a name tag too, right?
Yeah, I got the name tag. Ugh, Iron Zombie. That's not.
He's wearing gold though.
That's true. It would be much better if he was wearing iron, because that would make him real.
So I only see 2 villagers. Is there a third one? Oh yeah, okay.
I hope he's in bed.
It's weird they get in bed now. Okay, so now what happens?
Now apparently they just supposedly, if I did this right, they just spawn. But at the same time, I did not put some lanterns down, which were in the video. But I figure that stuff, if it doesn't work, I can add those. Or maybe this dude's been trolling me.
None of this is real.
Like, none of this actually happens. Because in theory, the Iron Golem should start spawning on this platform here. I don't even know what the zombie is for.
To pose a threat for the villagers. What platform? This one?
No. Just the floor that you're walking on.
Oh, okay.
Because what I'm supposed to do, like according to the video, you dig down here underneath this and turn it into the water channel that like.
So he'll spawn like
funnels
up
the
here where the
zombies
zombies at, like right here.
Yeah, he should spawn like right here, apparently.
Okay.
Should, and keyword should. Also, he did say something about what the new design. He said something about keeping him happy with food. So I'm not sure. Am I supposed to feed these villagers?
Where would you put the food in their barrel?
I don't know. Because then you have to just keep coming by and like refeeding them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just let this.
I'm gonna put 4 cooked potatoes in each of these, and just so we can see if they go away.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the video again. What do they surround it with? I want to make sure I surrounded the zombie appropriately too. Oh, so I guess they didn't put wood on top of the zombie like I did around it. He did put a roof. He put a roof on it instead. So maybe I can do that, and then.
Oh yeah, because you probably have to be concerned that the Iron Golem is going to attack the zombie if you can get to him.
Yeah, it was a roof instead of this ring. Keep him in there. Where's my axe? Yeah, and I have no idea what the mechanics are of this making an Iron Golem.
Oh, hey, something happened with me and my daughter yesterday that you would
I was like, what?
I think you're gonna enjoy this greatly. She started watching YouTube videos of some Minecraft people playing games and stuff, and I make sure I've been watching what she's been watching and stuff to make sure it's not us basically. But so we have a world going to. I've told you about that. Well, she tells me yesterday, she's like, I'm gonna need to go to creative in our world, and I'm like, you can't do that. That's cheating. It's against the rules. And she's like, but I found out about something. And I want to do it, and you can't know about it. And I'm like, what is it? She's like, you wouldn't know about it. And I'm like,
you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. And I was like, well, just tell me. I was like, if it's something in Minecraft, I've probably heard of it. She's like, I found out about this thing. It's called Prank Wars. And I'm like, yeah, I might be a little bit familiar with that. It's like my buddy created that. He started the whole thing. And she's like, really? Who? And she knows who you are, because she saw you kind of recently in DC and stuff. And so I was like, well, Jeff, remember him from DC? He's like, yeah. So she's just kind of blown away with this whole we started the Prank Wars thing.
Well, it makes me wonder though, like which YouTube videos did she watch that had Prank Wars in it? Because it probably wasn't us, right?
No, it was not us. It was basically a video of possible pranks all done in creative.
Okay.
So it was just like, and most of them involve things like TNT and lava and stuff. And I was just like, I told her, I was like, well, those are against our prank war rules. We don't allow any TNT or lava or anything that's going to destroy your items or kill you, basically. And she was like, well, yeah, that's half of them.
Yeah. And I wonder if, like, wherever she saw it from, if these prank wars were like really originated from like the original prank wars that we would do on Mindcrack, or if it was, it's prank wars wouldn't be hard. Somebody pranking somebody else.
Yeah.
It's griefing pranking. It can be constituted. That's what so many people told me about that first prank, that I was just a griefer.
Right.
Like, I was, just a nothing. So it would be kind of cool if like she saw a video that was inspired by our prank.
She asked me what my favorite pranks were of all time, and I told her one of my favorite ones that I ever did was putting the vines on Vintage Beef's castle. And apparently that was one of the ones in her video. She showed me where it was vining a structure, not necessarily. But of course they use scaffolding and stuff like that. She was like, "Oh yeah, you can use the scaffolding," and that didn't exist back then.
You're like, yeah, not back in the day.
Let's sleep and see if during the day when they're awake if
if they eat.
That and if an iron golem spawns.
Yeah, because in theory the iron golem shouldn't matter what time of day it is. Maybe it does. Maybe it only spawns during the day.
I thought maybe because the villagers were asleep, they couldn't see the zombie couldn't see them, basically, because they're laying down.
Oh, I guess it's possible. I did make the wood and stuff with the one block in the half slab on top of it. That is in the video. So the video also gives him like 2 glass sides and they're out in the open as opposed to into a wall. So there's so many things that I don't know about. Oh, I gotta go.
Oh, is there? Oh yeah, sure enough. He wasn't here when I got here.
So that works. No,
Yeah.
I just gotta kill him. Oh, he never.
Oh, he killed your zombie.
But this is the same. Oh, you know what? That sucks. So in the video, there's no floor because they go down into the water chute.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he could reach in that far.
Yeah, I was worried he'd kill your zombie, but I didn't think you could get to him after you did what you did there. Well, that sucks.
So normally this wouldn't be a problem, but we need to get another zombie lure in there.
Right.
I need another name. I wasted a whole name tag on that, man.
Do you have name tags?
Yeah, there's more somewhere in the chest. But now we gotta get another zombie. Well, it works.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's
Did
good.
you check the barrels? Did they eat them?
Yeah, no, there's still 4 in there, so as of right now
So-
they haven't ate anything.
I mean, that's good because I didn't understand what he said about. When I get back to land here, I don't know why I just took off without my boat. There we go. How? Man, I somehow landed without taking a single heart, like super hard. That was weird. Where's the...
The other thing she's super into right now is Roblox.
That's what one of the guys at work, his son is super into Roblox. I think you found enough iron for the sorter, but you can make a neat project. I refined it a bit so it spawns 2 times more goblins, but needs more visitors. But they just like food and beds to reproduce.
You don't need them to reproduce.
Well, I think he's saying this new design takes 6 villagers. I think he's trying to insinuate we could reproduce the ones and not have to transport like 3 more villagers over. But I don't know if I can have them reproduce. You know, that they're all separated right now. But apparently they just need food and beds to reproduce. So I guess if I just gave them, we could do 6 villagers and have a bunch more. But
yeah. Let's see.
Half this stuff that they added, I still don't understand the purpose of, like the loom.
I don't think everything has a purpose yet, does it?
This archery block. Hey, look, I shot the bullseye.
Yeah, I think some of that stuff just was purposeless. All right, I got 3 more chests open.
Dun. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just push all those villagers together and make them reproduce for a while to get more productive, but still need a zombie. Oh, excuse me.
I guess you'll have to find a zombie next time.
Yeah, yes I will.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
All right, see you guys.